Hi guys, this is Teacher Eve, and for today's video, you are going to learn how to obtain the equation of a line in standard form. But before that, let me show you first the different forms of the equation of a line. So we listed here 5 forms, but for this video, we are going to focus only on this first 3 so that you will not be bombarded with so much information and you'll not get confused. And I'll be making a separate video for the other 2 forms. Anyway, let's begin with the standard form. The standard form is in AX plus BY equals C, where A, B, and C here are real numbers, and A and B must not be equal to 0. And let's set a common ground here that a, B, and C must not be written in fraction form, as well as your leading term or the value of A must be positive. And for the second one, we have here the slope-intercept form, which is, of course, y equals mx plus b, and where m here represents the slope and the b here represents the y-intercept. Now, when are you going to use this one? Of course, by the name itself, you're going to use this one if you are given a slope and the y-intercept, of course. And same thing with the third one, which is the point slope form, which is the y minus y sub 1 equals m times x minus x sub 1, where x sub 1, y sub 1 here represents the ordered pair of your point, and m here stands for the slope. And of course, you're going to use this if you're given a point and a slope. Now let's move on to our first example. For our first example here, we have obtained the standard form of the equation of the line that has a slope of 4 and it intersects the y-axis at 0, -3. Now, you see that the first thing that you're going to do is, of course, to identify the given. So we have here, we have our given, we have the slope, which is 4, and it says here it intersects the y-axis at 0, -3. So for this one, you can have this one as a point. But again, if the line intersects the y-axis at this one, it it tells us that this is the y-intercept of the line. So therefore, we can have the y-intercept. We have the y-intercept, which is -3. For this case, you can actually use the slope intercept form or the point slope form. Now, it's up to you which formula are you going to use. Now, let's say, for example, we're going to use the slope intercept form here, which is, of course, y equals mx plus b form. So all you have to do is just, once you identified already which formula are you going to use, so just substitute your m and b. So again, all you have to do is just substitute. So y equals, our slope here is 4, and copy x plus the y-intercept is -3. So I'll write here -3. And then rewrite this as y equals 4x minus 3. Now take note, the problem is asking you to express the final answer in standard form, which is, again, the standard form is in ax plus by equals c. Therefore, you have to um, transform this one. And that would be, again, align your equal sign so you will not get confused. We have to move 4x to the left side of the equal sign, and that will become -4x, and then plus y equals -3. Again, we have a rule that our leading term, this one, the value of a must be positive. So what are we going to do for this one? Simply, we're going to multiply the whole equation by -1. Therefore, we will get -1 times -4x, that is positive 4x. -1 times y is -y. And we have -1 times -3 is positive 3. So there you have it. We have 4x minus y equals 3. You notice that once we multiply everything by -1, all the signs here turns into its opposite. So don't forget to write down your conclusion, which is, we have, therefore, the equation of the line that has a slope of 4 and intersecting the y-axis at negative 3 is 4x minus y equals 3. Now for the second example here, we have obtained the standard form of the equation of the line that has a slope of 5/6 and a y-intercept of negative 1/2. So you see the given here we have the slope of 5/6 and the y-intercept which is negative 1/2. So you notice, oh, the given here are in fraction forms, but again, use the slope-intercept form because of course you're given the slope and the y-intercept. Okay, so write down the formula and all you have to do again, the same thing, just substitute your m and your y-intercept. So we have here, let's, we have y equals 5/6 x plus negative 1/2. Again, you may rewrite it, simplify it. We have y equals 5/6 x minus 1/2. Okay, so what are you going to do here? We're dealing with fractions. Don't you worry if you are dealing with fractions. All you have to do is just get rid of the denominators, eliminate the denominators. And how do we do that? Simply, we multiply the whole equation by the LCD, which is the LCD of 6 and 2 is 6. So again, multiply each term by 6. So 6 times y is 6y. And then we have here 6 times 5, 6x is, you can do it this way. 6 divided by 6 is 1 times 5x. That will give you 5x. And here, 6 divided by 2 is 3 times 1, it's 3, negative 3. And then here, again, the problem is asking you to express the final answer in standard form. Since this one is not yet in standard form, you still have to transform this one into AX plus BY equals C, which is, that will require you to move 5x to the left side of the equal sign, which will make it negative 5x plus 6y equals negative 3. But hey, our leading term here is a negative. So what are we going to do again to make it positive? That's right, we're going to multiply everything by negative 1. So we have, that will become negative 1 times all of this. That will become 5x. Negative 1 times positive 6y equals negative 6y, and negative 1 times negative 3 is of course positive 3. So there you have it. We have, let me box the final answer. And of course, don't forget to write down the conclusion. Therefore, the equation of the line that has a slope of 5/6 and a y-intercept of negative 1/2 is 5x minus 6y equals 3. That's it. Now let us have another example. So for number 3, we have obtained the equation of the line that passes through 2, negative 3 and has a slope of 3. Write the equation in standard form AX plus BY equals C. So here, first, again, identify the given. We have the slope, which is 3, and a point, which is 2, negative 3. So since we are given a slope and a point, therefore, we are going to use the point slope form. Now, with this one, we will have, make sure to label and identify it correctly. Since this one is our point, make sure that to identify that this one is your, this one serves as your x of 1, and the 3 here serves, negative 3 serves as your y's of 1. There. So that you'll be able to substitute correctly. So again, the point slope form is y minus y sub 1 equals m times x minus x sub 1. So let's substitute this time. Again, substitute only the one with subscripts and m. So we have y minus y sub 1 is negative 3. Don't forget, it's negative 3. Equals, our slope is 3 times x, and our x of 1 is 2. Okay. Then simplify, of course. So we have y negative times negative 3, that becomes plus. And distribute 3 to x minus 2. So we have 3x. 3 times negative 2, that's negative 6. And then again, the goal is to express your final answer in standard form, AX plus BY equals C. So we have to transpose. We have 3x will become, we'll have to move 3x to the left side of the equation. So we have, that will become negative 3x, bring down the y, and then combine like terms, combine your constant terms. So we have negative 6, positive 3 here will become minus 3. And then we have, okay, here, let's write it here. That will become negative 3x plus y equals negative 9. Again, since the leading term here is negative, we have to multiply the whole equation with negative 1. So that it will become negative 1 times negative 3x, that is 3x, and negative 1 times positive y is negative y, and negative 1 times negative 9, that's positive 9. There you have it. Don't forget to box your final answer. So, and then, of course, write down the conclusion. Thus, or therefore, the equation of the line that passes through 2, negative 3, and has a slope of 3 is 3x minus y equals 9. For our last example here, we have write in standard form the equation of the line that passes through negative 4, negative 2, and has a slope of negative 2 fifths. So again, first thing that you're going to do is identify the given. So we have a point and a slope. So write it down. So we have a slope of negative 2 fifths and a point which is negative 4, negative 2. Again, make sure to identify which one is your x of 1. Again, this is your x of 1. This one is your y's of 1. 1, not 2. Okay, since you are given a slope and a point, therefore, which formula are you going to use? Of course, the slope point form. Again, you're going to use the slope point slope form, sorry. And which is y minus y sub 1 equals m times x minus x sub 1. So again, substitute the one with subscripts and your slope. We have y minus, let's write it properly, y minus y sub r y sub 1 is negative 2. So don't forget to enclose it in a parenthesis. And then we have the slope is negative 2 fifths times x minus our x sub 1 is negative 4. So please write it, simplify it. We have y negative minus the, followed by a negative, that will become plus. So y plus 2. And then we have negative 2 fifths. I'm just writing it down. And then x minus negative 4 is simply x plus 4. Okay, teacher, how are we going to simplify this one? So again, once you have a denominator, my advice would be to always eliminate first the denominator. Get rid first of the denominator. Again, simply by multiplying the whole thing by the LCD. In this case, there's only one denominator, so we'll be using that one. We will multiply everything by 5. So take note, again, um, take note to multiply each term by 5, but it's a different story for the right side of the equal sign. So we have here 5 times y is 5y, and 5 times positive 2, that's positive 10. And in here, in this case, on your right side of the equal sign, you'll have to multiply only this one once. You don't multiply 5 to x and 4. No, because this one is like taken as 1. Because you see this one is multiplied. So we have Again, negative 2 fifths times 5. You can do it this way so that you'll not get confused. 5 divided by 5 is 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. And then just copy x plus 4. Next, we simplify this. So we have 5y plus 10 is equal to negative, you have to distribute negative 2 to x plus 4. So that negative 2 times x is negative 2x. And then negative 2 times positive 4, that will give you negative 8. And then, way to go. Convert this or transform this into the standard form, the ax plus by equals c. So we transpose the negative 2x to the right, to the left side of the equal sign, making it positive 2x. Bring down the 5y, and then combine your constant terms. We have negative 8 minus 10. Simplify, we have 2x plus 5y equals negative 8 minus 10 is negative 18. So there you have it. We have 2x plus 5y equals negative 18. Don't forget to box your final answer. We have, okay. And then please write down your conclusion in statement form. So therefore, the equation of the line that passes through negative 4, negative 2, and has a slope of negative 2 fifths is 2x plus 5y equals negative 18. I hope you guys are learning, and see you again next meeting.